Hey you guys, welcome back to Drinkity Drinks. Today we're gonna be checking out the Remus Repeal Reserve V. Now, I've seen a lot of great reviews about this whiskey, the Remus Repeal Reserve V. It's the 5th edition, the 2021 edition. It's mixed with 5 different MGP whiskeys, I guess. They're all ryes, 2005, 2006s, and 2008. And yeah, everybody just had high praises of this. This was actually a few people's 2021 best whiskey. I opened it. You can see a little bit's gone. I'm gonna open it and pour some right now. I bought this actually for New Year's Eve. I'm like, oh, I'll drink this on New Year's Eve. And I mean, somebody is probably gonna be mad at me. Maybe it needs to sit. I wasn't that impressed. Now, I'm not saying it's bad. I just wasn't impressed. I was expecting so much more. I had a few reviews from people that I found interesting about the barrel seagrass. And I went to one of my liquor stores that actually gives out samples. You can see a video I posted about them. It's called Gas Bars. You go there and get samples of almost anything. I tried the seagrass. I was amazed with it. I wanted to drink that initially for New Year's, but then I was like, oh, let me just get this one. And seagrass goes anywhere from 70 to like 100, depending on where you buy it. This one goes anywhere from 80 to like 100, maybe a little bit more. I got this for 100. I settled on this. I like the way the bottle looked. It looks like some good whiskey. Very well designed bottle. The cork is really nice. Everything about it just seems nice. All the reviews were out of there. You know, everybody was just saying nice stuff about it. I even posted a haul where I pulled this and people were saying,
you're gonna love the Remus Repeal 5.
Yeah, I just wasn't that impressed on New Year's. And it was the first thing I opened up and I just drank it. Again, maybe I need to let it sit. You guys tell me, do you guys have this bourbon? Did you let it sit, open it up for a little bit, air it out, and like just have it sit, then you went back to it? Because the 100 proof, my initial reaction was that it was just muted. It really wasn't nothing. There's nothing really stood out. Yeah, the stuff mingled well, those 5 bourbons. It kind of was rounded and all, very muted and mild. And I was just expecting more. I was expecting punches of flavor and everything. I was expecting like a rare breed or something. Like, I don't know. My expectations were just so freaking high for this thing. That's probably what messed it up too. So we're gonna revisit this. I want to do a proper review for it and try it in an old fashioned or something like that, like something simple with it. I mean, I really want to like this bourbon, especially because I spent 100 on it. I mean, it smells good. Little ethanol-y, but real caramel, brown sugar, sweet notes. For a rye, it's just a lot of sweet smelling. Yeah, just a lot of caramel-y smell. So let's taste it, because it's a lot of rye spice in it. Not overbearing, you do get sweet, but it's mostly spice-like. Sort of a fall drink, I would say. I'm wondering if this is what Midwinter Dram tastes like or something. And maybe too, I'm not a big rye person, but seagrass tastes freaking amazing. There's punches of flavor that just stand out like crazy. I don't remember what the proof is. This one I believe is 100. Yeah, this is 100 proof. I think seagrass might be a little bit up there, maybe 111. I'm not sure, don't quote me. It's somewhere between 100 and like 110 or something. It's very mild though. I'll say it's easy to drink. I think my brother will really like this whiskey. He likes rye and he likes smooth stuff. Like, this is interesting. I mean, very easy to drink, but it just doesn't punch out for me, I guess. It is good though. I'm not gonna say it's bad. It definitely doesn't get a bad score. It's just not what I expected. And I don't know what I expected actually. I just really wanted to be floored by the flavor pretty much, because it's like hard to get, especially some people can't even get it. You're getting some vanilla, you get the oak, the age, you could taste the age, but it's not a bad age. Like, I'll say the age in this is very good, because some stuff, the age that I have, and it's like a little bit older, maybe it's too much oak or just tastes really old. There's like really good vintage tasting caramel. Like I said, brown sugar, a little bit vanilla. Man, I really want this to be way better. And it's not bad, it's just maybe I'm spoiled. Because I feel like if I blind this, I think I have to blind this. I'm gonna do this review. My next video I do, I'm gonna blind this and I'm gonna put it up against a couple other 100 proofers that are pretty good. I even think the Chattanooga 111, yeah, it's a little bit higher proof. That like surprised me. That thing is punching through with crazy type flavors. Like, there's just a really good, smooth, calm sipper. I think if you smoke a cigar, you probably ain't gonna get much out of this. It doesn't punch enough. But if you're just sitting somewhere and just want to have a really good, I don't want to say basic bourbon, but it has basic bourbon notes or whiskey notes, but it's just smooth and like just the most you could expect out of a bourbon. The definition of a bourbon flavor without going crazy is probably this. Perfectly made balance, but I just didn't want a perfectly made balance basic bourbon, you know, or whiskey. I wanted something to really like just surprise me and shock me and wow me with the flavor. That's probably why they say you got to really know whiskey or something to appreciate this, because you could see how this is just so well rounded compared to a lot of things. But I don't mind those things that like punch out with flavors, like the wild turkey, the wild turkey rare breed. It's not so well rounded. You get them punches of flavor, which I like. I just like really high proof stuff. Maybe that's it. This is good. It's the best of a basic bourbon. I mean, best of a basic whiskey. I don't freaking really know what to say. I feel bad. I mean, I know some people are not gonna like this, but it is good. I'm still gonna give it a great score for what it is. It gets a really good score. It's tasting a little better the more that I drink it, which is weird. It is tasting better. What's going on with this bourbon or whiskey? I keep calling it bourbon. Is it freaking bourbon? I think it's all rye. Well, it says straight bourbon whiskey, but it's all rye. How is that possible? People say ryes aren't bourbons. You tell me, is bourbon a rye? If not, why is this all ryes, but they call it straight bourbon whiskey? It's just so smooth and well-rounded. I don't know what else to say about it. Like super smooth and so easy to drink. You could probably guzzle this thing. It's a wonderful, wonderful looking bottle. It's got the name on the bottom. Beautiful cork. Gosh, I'm just torn. And I don't want, you know, I know people are probably right now watching this video and like getting mad or something because this is the best thing that they tasted last year or whatever. But I know it can't be the best thing they tasted in their whole life. It's not the best whiskey I ever tasted. It's far from the worst though. It just sounds like I'm really bashing it. All I'm really saying, the summary of what I'm saying is that it's not what I expected. I expected the way everybody hyped it up to be outstanding, amazing, but I guess it's just very simple, smooth, decadent. Like I say, vintage tasting. You get that like age in the oak and everything. It just comes in so smooth. It's nothing more than that. And that's not bad. It's just perfect basic whiskey. Like I said, it's got a fairly decent finish, hangs on for a little bit. Let's say a good 15 seconds. You can still get a little bit of the numbing. Yeah. I'm just getting a lot of oak on it, but good oak. This actually wouldn't be a bad bourbon to throw some in your infinity bottle, like to start off with this and improve this. Throw some seagrass in this and see what the heck happens. Might help round seagrass a little bit because seagrass is a little bit punchy, but it's still wonderful. So I don't know. I kind of don't want to make this in an old fashioned. I'm going to just leave it like that. I'm not going to make a drink. This is like one of the first few videos that I don't make a drink out of it. I'm just drinking it straight and drinking it as it is. And I think it's fine like that. I am still gonna drink and enjoy it. It's just not what I expected. That's all I want to say. I'm not bashing it at all. So let me give us a couple drinks and give this thing a score. We'll see. I like to hear your guys' notes. The people who really like Remus 5, what do you like it for? Why is it better than everything else? Like what makes it different and stand out? Why is it number 1 in 2021 in a lot of people's books? Is it because the well-roundedness and balancedness of it? Because they were able to mix 5 different ryes and make a good flavor that didn't go crazy? I don't know. That's what I want to know. Because even the nose ain't nothing outstanding. You get caramel, a little bit of vanilla, brown sugar, maybe some coffee or something. Well, let's get to scoring it. I think I'm gonna give this a solid 8.5, and I mean a very, very solid 8.5. Like it's not going anywhere. It's probably nothing under 8.5, but it's nothing over 8.5 because it's not doing anything extra. But it's a very, very solid 8.5, which means it's great. But don't get it and expect crazy, outstanding flavor. Just get it and expect smooth, good whiskey. Nothing outrageous though. It's just a very, very balanced, rounded, a little bit aged tasting whiskey. That's it. Yeah. I really want to hear your guys' opinions on this thing. I really want to hear why is it scored so high. Is that it? Is an 8.5 fair enough for you guys? Because that's my score and I think it's great. That's why I didn't want to mix it. One, because obviously I spent 100 on it. I just think I want to appreciate the way it is and let it grow on me, air out a little bit more. I will say, because I only had one little drink when I opened it for New Year's Eve. I didn't drink that much. I will say, now that I'm drinking, it's tasting better to me, but it still isn't what I expected, I should say. But I want my brothers to try this. We'll probably finish this whole bottle because it's a really good, smooth, easy to drink whiskey that you could drink by yourself. You know what? I'm gonna throw some ice in here and I just want to try it with ice real. I think it's gonna totally spice it all up. Any sweetness is gonna go and it's not gonna be much because it's kind of low proof, but I want to do it anyways. It actually smells sweeter now. A little bit of honey or something in it. Like, let's try this thing. It's not bad. It might taste better with freaking ice because the flavors are kind of out there more. You could drink this on the rocks or not on the rocks. They're both good. On the rocks, it is a little bit more spicy, but I feel like, you know, it's more pronounced. Like, it's just a little bit more forward. The flavors are. It's not as muted and mild. And I don't know how. I would drink it either way. Drink it regular, then if it's hot, put it on the rocks, whatever. Like if it's hot outside. It's a great bourbon. I got a little bit of the barrel at the end of that. That was nice. It's great. I'm going to say it's just not what I expected. That's my score, 8.5. I want to hear what you guys think. How do you freaking like this? Why do you like this? Until next time, you get yourself a drink. Drink something you love.